Hello, my name is Tina. I am an author, a fashion entrepreneur, and I have headed up 2 successful clothing lines. Here's a picture of me with Farley Flex, who was a judge on Canadian Idol. He had heard about the success of my line and came out for one of my runway shows. Here's a picture of supermodel Newt Sear wearing my Cassia dress with T.D. Waterhouse's Paul Pigeon at a charity event. This last picture is from an article that Lulu magazine did about the 2 leisure wear lines they loved the most. They picked my line and Stella McCartney's. In this first video, I want to introduce myself and give you some free tools to help you on your way to becoming a successful business person in the fashion industry. At the end of this short video, I will show you where you can get these tools for free. But first, a little bit more about myself and why I am here. I am here to show you how to take your fashion business from 0 sales to sky is the limit. Whether you are looking to build a huge brand, make money, or simply to become famous, I am here to guide you. Whether you've been in the business for a while or you're just starting out, I have valuable information for you that will help you succeed in this tough industry. The information that I am delivering to you comes from many years of solid experience in the fashion industry. I built my line up to $500,000 in sales per year in a not so thriving economy. We sold into over 300 stores across North America, including some major department stores. Going to school to educate yourself on your desired industry is a great first step, but that alone will not get you to the top. With the right knowledge and tools that I will be delivering, you'll be well on your way. I was just like you when I started out, so I know what you were going through. Actually, you were probably a lot better off than I was when I started out because I did not go to school for fashion design. I wasn't always a successful business owner. I had my fair share of ups and downs when it came to the business world, and a lot of the time I wasn't confident I was heading in the right direction. I spent most of my early 20s backpacking the world and learning about new cultures. It was only when my father passed away that I decided to return home at the age of 25. That was 11 years ago now, and I will tell you that I had never been so lost in my life. I was suddenly thrown back into my hometown after not seeing my family for a few years, with no degree or formal education, very little money, and no idea what I was going to do with my life. I started at 0 sales with my line and grew my company to $500,000 per year in sales in 4.5 years, and all of this was done in a not so thriving economy. When I started out, I did not have a lot of money and I did not go to school for fashion design, so everything was pretty much stacked against me. What I did have was a clear vision of my line, an entrepreneurial spirit, and a plan to get to where I wanted to be. Before my company was successful, I made plenty of mistakes. For example, holding on to staff that were weighing me and my bank account down, going off my budget one season with no backup plan, and doing a few trade shows that had no return on investment for me. I was also constantly getting rejected by buyers telling me my line wasn't right for their store. I've also been taken for a ride a few times with sales reps that overpromised and underdelivered. I have also overpaid for fabric, which resulted in me charging way too much for my finished garments. I found out my end consumer would not pay that high of a price for my product, so I had to drop my profit margin substantially, which made it difficult for me to pay my overhead that season. I've also dealt with a few factories that delivered my production over a month late, which resulted in me having to discount my buyers' orders by 25% just so that they would take their pre-orders late. So as you can see, I've made my share of mistakes in this business, but as long as you are learning from them, you are moving forward. I did learn from them, and I managed to create a thriving business. I get asked questions all of the time on how I built a company from nothing to $500,000 per year in sales within 4.5 years in a downsizing economy. The first thing I tell people is to ask themselves if you are in the right industry for you. Although it may seem glamorous, there are a lot of easier ways to make money than in the fashion industry. You must really feel the pull and the calling to do this, because if you are just doing it for the money, you will never succeed. Once you determine that this is indeed the industry you want to be in, then you need a plan. If you fail to produce a plan, then you plan to fail. It's as simple as that. Although your plan will change with your business, it is a blueprint you should use to guide you in your venture. Creating the right business plan and making sure all of the questions are answered before you start is essential. No matter where you are at right now in your business, you can grow with the right mindset and the right tools and knowledge. Earlier I mentioned I would tell you where to go to get some free information on this industry and also a plan that you can download to help you get started. If you want to make sure you're not wasting time working on the wrong area of your business, then go to www.missfashionbiz.com www.missfashionbiz.info to get your free kit today and start to make your dream into a reality. That's www.missfashionbiz.info. If you'd like to be light years ahead of your competitors, then stay tuned for my next video, which will be coming out to you shortly. In the next video, I will go through a step-by-step plan on how to get to the right buyers for your line. Please remember to share this with other like-minded entrepreneurs, and please comment below. Thanks for listening.